What's up, YouTube? Salt Princess looking like a hot fucking mess today. And I wanted to make a build guide for you anyways, or build showcase rather. I'm really enjoying my new character. I got myself a nice little trapper. I decided to sort of take some liberties with Demigod King's Infinite Tinkerer. We just hit level 85 on our previous take, and then a bunch of crazy shit started happening outside of the apartment, ruining my take and causing a bunch of excess outside noise. So we're doing it again. I've been trying to make this video for, I'm not even kidding you, 4.5 hours now. It sucks. Check this out. Oops, that's the wrong button. I didn't even have Elder Influence on my map when I started doing this, okay? I just want to point this out real quick. We're going to proc Elder on this take. That's how long I've been working on this. So anyway, let's get straight into it. I only got 40 minutes before they shut the server down for a little while. So we are currently, as I said, a Saboteur. This is the Shadow, and yeah, that. In order of how I would take the Ascendancy nodes during the leveling process, I would start with my first Labyrinth taking Pyromaniac, specifically for the 25% reduced mana cost of skills that place or throw traps, mines and traps. Traps early on are like really incredibly mana expensive, so this is enormous for just like smoothness and comfortability while you're leveling. You can kind of like make fumbles, get yourself into a little bit of trouble, and still have enough mana to flame dash out of it. So that's nice. The second Ascendancy that I would take is the blind node over here, the Born in the Shadows. I just think it's really good, just specifically because, like, if you're like me, you're probably going to be struggling to maintain resistances. You're probably not stacking, like, maximum life yet when you're approaching level 50, 60, 70 during your leveling process. So this just kind of helps you not get frustrated. And then I would finish it off. If you're going to go mines, you go this way. And if you're going to go traps, you go this way and take Perfect Crime and Chain Reaction. And that's pretty much the biggest difference here is this is a mine thing. This is a trap thing. This is a trap thing. In terms of like the early leveling is what I'll go into, and you can figure the rest of the tree out there. But early leveling, I'll go through the crit multi stuff down here, assassination, pick up the life nodes, get Saboteur over here, and then work my way over to the trap and mine wheel. This is obviously pretty flippin' crucial. I would encourage you to do that part first. And then I would rush over here. You don't really want to take Eldritch Battery until about level 68 anyways. That's like what I saved it for, because like it's really honestly only going to hurt you if you don't have a Tinker Skin. Well, that's not entirely true, because like your ES recovery is actually pretty good. You don't actually consume all that much energy shield while you're just throwing the traps, right? So like I have almost 1,000, which is not a shitload, but it's definitely more than what you'll have at level 60. So it's up to you. You can wait until after you get your Tinker Skin on or not. That's what I did, and it felt pretty comfortable in that regard. So that's what I recommend. And then after the Tinker Skin, after the Eldritch Battery, you're going to want to start stacking crit and crit multi wherever you can find it. This is ES. Crit and crit multi. Crit and crit multi. Because I base this build off of Demigod King's Lightning Trapper, the Infinite Tinkerer is a Lightning Trapper, I need to make a distinction between my build and theirs. Specifically, so Lightning Trap is a projectile-based skill, so like you kind of benefit a lot from having Pierce. So if you're gonna go the Lightning Trap route, the Pierce is really good. It's really nice. But because we're doing Arc, we don't need to Pierce because we're already chaining like 7-ish times. Depending on if we're using Vaal Acr or regular Arc, it could be more or less. And so yeah, just crit multi and life once you get a couple of the trap and mine nodes. Yeah, so I've been considering taking this one, but it's like it's area. It's not actually that important. So, and so my goal for the remainder of this character is to come over and take acrobatics and phase acrobatics at some point. We'll get there, but we're not there yet, obviously. 35 minutes. Better hurry, Salt Princess. So, we're gonna do like a tier 13 Coves. Coves is like a gross, disgusting map, but like it's not that terrible, and it illustrates the fact that we can do LE reflect maps because it's just going to reflect into our mines, and the mines are already dead at that point, so it doesn't actually hit us. The scary part of this map is the cannot dodge. A little bit scary, but we're going to double beyond it just because fuck it. It's going to be pretty much the last map I do before the servers get updated, so let's just do it real quick and see what we can pull off. So the reason that I'm enjoying this build as much as I am is specifically because of the way that Vaal Acr interacts with the Monolith content. The soul gain prevention period on Vaal Acr is actually kind of low, and the other interesting fact about that is the soul gain prevention period seems to start like immediately as you press your trap. And so obviously because it's a trap, it's not actually going to cast the Vaal Acr until after it's activated. And that sometimes can be kind of a substantial period of time after you've already pressed the button. So like you can realistically expect to, without even having blood-stained weapons, get more than one Vaal Acr during the Monolith. And that's saving you like so many exalted orbs. It's dumb. Like bloodstained fossils are dumbass expensive right now, and you actually don't need bloodstained weapons for this build. So hey, yeah, get fucked, price fixers. So let's see if we can manage to do this map without completely fucking killing ourselves. This is like exactly as juicy as I was hoping it would be. I'm gonna throw a Vaal Acr right there, just so we can see. That's my headhunter. Nice, dude. Finally got one. Pog. Wow! Wow. So this is fucking terrifying. I'm gonna throw that out there, but we're fine. We got this shit. We're gonna be good. Gonna Vaal Acr that. So Host is like by far the scariest of these Beyond dudes for this particular build. His projectiles are very, very unforgiving. This fool is the runner-up too, Bammit. Because for some reason I can't get a Bammit to spawn that doesn't have fucking Soul Eater. That was fucking hairy. That was some hairy ball sack right there, guys. And we did fine. And like I said, we're only level 85, and like our gear is not the craziest shit on the planet, and we don't even actually have the ability to dodge in this map. Like this is just pure. I'm like forcing something that I shouldn't be forcing right here. Oh God! Carrots! No! I'm getting all the bros. I'm getting all the dudes. Fuck. That dude will one-shot you, just straight up. If he lands on you with that leap slam, you are... Oh my God! What is this? Look, I've done Double Beyond before, but wow, this is so many bosses. This is fucking awesome. I did a take previously that was also Double Beyonded, and I got tier 1 currency items out of it, so like, may I have more, please? May I have another? Please, sir, may I have another? Chris? Are you here, Chris? Can I have one? There's my Monolith. Okay, let's do this boss real quick. Show off the single target damage. Well, it's pretty hard to see when you flame dash away from it. But, like, he's pretty much dead. Right? You can just, like, kind of off-screen the bosses, so, like, that's unfair. And so in that regard, I'm really enjoying this build. This is my first character of the league to actually have like really nice... I know that you guys heard that and you're like, oh, Exalt, but like I designed my own loot filter and it's the wrong sound. My div cards have the Exalt sound, and so I hear that sound all day long. My Exalt sound is way more satisfying. I can't even describe. It's new sound 11. If you're designing your own, I'd like to use the never sync filter. Since we're killing more beyond guys before we do this monolith, I'll just take a second to plug the never sync bro. Neversync is I guess a software designer who is responsible for making the Neversync item filter, which is the coolest fucking thing on the planet. Thank you very much for being a human being that is alive at the same time as me, Neversync. I love your product. You're the shit, dude. I have so much fun. I've spent like 12 plus hours designing my loot filter and his thing. I think it's great. Like, I can tell just by looking that that's a chromatic orb, right? Like, just boom, because it looks different. And this is a piece of shit because it's looks like that. And this is probably like kind of decent boots. My currency items look like Demi's because fuck it, I kind of like the way the Demi's item filter looks, but mine's different. And I highly encourage you to check out the Neversync filter, just specifically because like it's a really, really powerful resource in terms of like speeding up your looting ability. Like, you can set sounds and all kinds of stuff up that will like allow you to very easily identify what's going on with the loot that's dropping without even actually looking at it. If you spend time making like good audibles for your loot filter, that can be really, really helpful. And then also, if you want to sort of, you can almost like make like a tier list for the items that drop, just by making subtle differences. Like, so this is hollow, right? There's not a background to it, so that means it's a piece of shit, but the reason that it's showing up is it's also the chromatic recipe, right? So like, it's transparent so I can ignore it and it doesn't really clutter up the screen because you can get quite a lot of them, but it's also there if I need it. And that's like, this is my own unique custom strictness. Like, it's not a super strict filter, it's just like I guess it's like a pretty medium strictness filter. Oh my god. It's a pretty medium strictness filter, but in terms of the way that I've set it up, like, you can just really easily ignore certain things. Where did that fucking monolith go? Let's do this. So, as I was saying, you can do multiple arc traps during your monolith opening. So I'm going to throw my Vaal Acr right there, and then open this, and then throw more traps. And then we probably just opened up, like, at least 2/3 of this conflict. They were actually kind of spread a lot. But the cool thing about this is, look at my Vaal Acr on my Q button, right? I have another one. And so we're just going to throw it out, and boom. So like I said, all the price fixers who are hoarding up all of the bloodstained fossils, y'all can get fucked. Because we don't need that shit. We're dope. We're the shit. We don't fucking need you. You guys are ruining this game and everybody else's experience. Stop it. Stop it. Get some fucking help. Stop buying currency. You're better than that. And we all deserve more than that. So, that being said, that's my favorite part of this build, is it's almost like a really like juicy boy, really optimized Vaal build without even being a Vaal build at all, actually. If I wanted to make it a Vaal build, I would benefit a lot from the reduced soul cost of Vaal skills, because then I could just like, I could actually throw out a full cluster of the, this is what I'm talking about with the loot filter. I don't even have to look at what that is to know that it's worth picking up. Just because of the way, that it appears on the ground with the blue beam, right? This is something that I programmed into my loot filter. God damn it. I hope that didn't show up. But this blue beam and the way that it appears like this indicates to me that there is a special prefix on here. And so that's going to be it's the Matadal. Wow. Okay, cool. So I got, I got a trapper weapon. That's really fun. So that's why designing your own loot filters is cool, but I'm going to make a whole video about that some other time. So it's been a pretty good example of the build, right? So that's cool. God damn it, right at the end of it, somebody made a bunch of fucking noise again. I love it. It's incredible how consistently that's been happening today. It's almost as if somebody's directly outside my window just listening, trying to fuck with me. It's amazing. That's such a tinfoil hat. Oh, look, celebration. Yay. So yeah, arc traps are fucking sick, and I'm really enjoying this character, and realistically speaking, it's been very, very inexpensive. I self-crafted this. The most expensive part of the build has been the 21-23 Vaal Acr that I bought. I bought it for 2 Exalted Orbs. Everything else has like been like a handful of chaos for one thing or another. I got an arc helmet enchant for like 15 chaos or something like that, and it's like the shittiest one that you can get, but it helps for the clearing. It's okay. If I were to go for a better one, I would do arc does increased damage every time it chains, right? And so that means that with your regular arcs, you're going to be doing, I think regular arc chains what, 6 times? Let's see, 8 times. Holy shit. Yeah, wow, holy shit. So wow. So I think you get like 10, let's just say hypothetically you get 10%, right? Well, you're chaining 8 times, so that means that that last hit is doing 80% increased damage, not more damage. 80% increased damage from whatever your base is. So like in terms of clearing your timeless conflicts and your monoliths and stuff, that means that if you throw all those traps like I did in a semicircle around the monolith, you're always going to one-shot the wimpy dudes at the beginning of that, right? So like that's a given. But the dudes that you're not always going to one-shot is going to be like the elites and champions, and then potentially bosses if your arcs go that far, because you're going to be doing just that much more damage once it gets to those dudes, because the way that the monoliths are is like you have the monolith, right? And then around the monolith is like wimpy dudes, and then around the wimpy dudes is stronger dudes, and then if there's a boss, it's going to be way, way, way on the outside, right? So like the further away from the monolith, the tankier and more dangerous the enemies. And because of the way that that particular helmet enchant works, it's just really, really, really conducive for clearing out those monoliths. So like if you have money, get one of those enchants. That's great. Matoddles, Tinker Skin, expensive arc, Saboteur. It's really good. It's really fun. It's a little squishy. It can be pretty fucking sketchy to run, I'll be honest. I've died a lot, and I get a little frustrated when I do, but over the course of like doing the takes for this video, I did pretty good on my clears and stuff, and it's been feeling really nice, and I've just been cranking through the levels. It's pretty okay EXP per hour considering I'm stopping to set up my OBS in between every single map, so like, and we're not dying. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed the build. I need you to stop talking over me, Zana. I would definitely give Demi's Infinite Tinkerer Forum Guide a peek. It's very effective, and it's relatively inexpensive, and it's a great guide. It's just a really good guide. It's probably better than my guide. I didn't need to make this, but I made it anyways, just to show off I wanted to show off the Vaal Acr-iness. I think it's super cheesy. GGG, please don't nerf it. Like, the way that the arcs work with the mines is silly. The soul gain prevention is 6 seconds, which, like, if you throw it as a trap, the trap persists for 4 seconds, right? So in the most optimal situation, that means that you're going to only have like a 3 or 4 second, reasonably like a 2 to 3 second soul gain prevention period on your arc, and then you could immediately start collecting more souls to cast another one. Please don't nerf that interaction. That interaction is it's really good, especially for this league. It's so good. If you're gonna nerf it next league, but right now it's fucking awesome. I think everybody should be doing this. If you're not farming the shit out of monoliths, build this. It was like literally the cheapest thing I've ever done in this game, and it's very effective. I didn't kill Uber Elder at level 68, but I was killing Shaper Guardians at like 70. It's good. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Check out the guide. Check out Neversink. Do something nice for somebody. Life's hard. Everybody needs a break. So take care of one another, and I'll see you guys next time.